The muffled roar of the crowd seeps through the curtain, a low, electric hum that fills the narrow backstage hallway. The lights from the stage flicker faintly against the concrete walls, pulsing like a heartbeat. A young contestant, barely 17, sits on a metal folding chair, his fingers trembling around the neck of a weathered acoustic guitar. The tuning pegs glint under the dim light, his reflection fractured across the polished wood. He exhales shakily, eyes darting to the monitor showing the performer before him, a dazzling singer finishing her final note. Applause bursts like thunder. He swallows hard. Sweat beads at his temple. His name appears next on the cue list taped to the wall. A crew member, headset on, clipboard in hand, leans down and whispers gently, "You're up next, kid." "Ready?" The boy forces a nod, though his voice trembles. "Yeah. I think so." The crew member gives a reassuring pat on his shoulder, then walks off, leaving the faint sound of static and stage chatter behind. He closes his eyes for a moment, blocking out the noise. In his mind, he's not in this cold, crowded studio, he's back in his small room, strumming to his reflection, dreaming of this very moment. Then, silence. The host's voice echoes faintly from beyond the curtain, "Next up, performing Hotel California, please welcome." The boy rises. His hand grips the guitar tighter. One last deep breath. The camera moves in slowly, a dolly shot closing the distance between him and the blinding glow beyond the curtain. Fear flickers in his eyes, but beneath it, a spark, the fragile, burning hope of someone about to take his first step into legend. The curtain parts. A single spotlight cuts through the darkness, swallowing the stage in a pool of gold. The young contestant steps forward, every footstep echoes like a drumbeat inside his chest. The audience quiets instantly, thousands of eyes fixed on him. He adjusts the strap of his guitar, takes a deep breath, and looks out into the sea of shadows. The judges sit in their illuminated panel, four faces watching, waiting, unreadable. The mic catches the faint sound of his breath. Then, he strums. The first chord of Hotel California reverberates through the hall, deep, haunting, familiar. The tone is raw but pure, each note trembling slightly before settling into perfect harmony. The sound travels upward, touching the rafters, filling the silence that moments ago seemed suffocating. Camera pans slowly across the judges, one tilts her head, intrigued, another leans forward, eyes narrowing, curiosity replacing skepticism. The youngest judge's lips part slightly, surprised by the unexpected depth in the boy's playing. He closes his eyes and continues. The melody blooms, tender yet powerful, painting memories in every corner of the room. The rhythm becomes his heartbeat, the guitar his only language. Cut to the audience, a child clutches her mother's hand, an old man nods softly, lost in. Halfway through the song, something changes. The boy's voice, once shy and hesitant, begins to grow deeper, richer, filled with something ancient and aching. Every syllable carries the weight of his story, and suddenly, the entire hall feels it too. He leans closer to the microphone, his fingers dancing over the strings with quiet mastery. The lights shift, soft blues and ambers flood the stage, casting shadows that move with the rhythm. The guitar solo begins, subtle at first, then bursting with passion. Each note cuts through the air like a spark, electrifying the room. The crowd, once still, begins to lean forward, eyes wide, breaths held. A ripple of murmurs spreads through the audience. Someone whispers, "Who is this kid?" Camera pans to the judges' panel. One judge, a stern producer known for her icy composure, blinks rapidly. Her eyes glisten as she watches, hand rising unconsciously to her chest. Another nods slowly, whispering under his breath, "That's real." The boy seems unaware of them. He's lost inside the song, his voice cracks slightly, but it only makes the performance more human, more alive. His fingers move faster now, the solo exploding in a cascade of emotion. The sound feels bigger than the hall, as if the walls themselves are listening. Cut to the audience, faces bathed in colored light, silent, transfixed. The camera finds one tear rolling down the judge's cheek, catching the golden glow of the spotlight. For a few suspended seconds, the world stops. It's not just a performance anymore, it's a confession, a prayer, a dream unfolding note by note. And in that sacred silence between chords, everyone feels it. They're witnessing something truly extraordinary. The final chord echoes through the hall, a shimmering sound that lingers long after his fingers have left the strings. Then, silence. For a moment, no one moves. The air feels heavy, electric, charged with something unspoken. The boy stands frozen under the spotlight, chest rising and falling, eyes searching the darkness beyond the blinding lights. He can't tell if he's succeeded or failed. Then, slam! A judge's hand slams down on the golden buzzer. A burst of light explodes above him, gold confetti rains from the ceiling in dazzling slow motion. The audience erupts, rising to their feet in an instant. Cheers and screams fill the air, drowning out everything else. The boy stumbles back, eyes wide, hands trembling as he stares upward. The golden flakes swirl around him like sunlight in motion. One lands on his cheek, he blinks, tears mixing with glitter. Camera, close up on his face, pure disbelief, wonder, joy. He covers his mouth, overcome, unable to breathe for a second. His guitar hangs loosely by his side as if it, too, is stunned. The judge who hit the buzzer stands, smiling through tears. "You just gave us something unforgettable," she says, voice breaking over the roar of the crowd. The other judges rise to clap, and the golden storm. The confetti is still falling, endless golden rain, catching the light as the crowd chants his name. The young contestant stands motionless at center stage, guitar hanging at his side, tears glistening on his cheeks. His lips tremble, trying to form words, but emotion has stolen his voice. Then, through the storm of applause, one of the judges rises from her seat. She walks toward the stage, heels clicking against the floor, eyes shining with pride. The cameras follow her every step. The crowd quiets just a little, sensing something extraordinary. She climbs the steps and crosses the stage, arms open wide. The boy blinks in disbelief as she pulls him into a tight embrace, the kind that says you did it. "You just made history," she whispers, her voice shaking. The audience explodes again, louder this time, a sea of cheers, flashes, and tears. The other judges stand, clapping, smiling, shouting their approval. The boy hugs her back, his shoulders trembling. His eyes close as if he's afraid this moment might vanish if he blinks too long. Camera, slow motion pan, their hug, the falling gold, the audience on their feet. Then, a close-up on his face as he finally looks up at the lights above, tears and glitter mixing on his skin. The camera freezes, a perfect frame of triumph. His tearful smile glows under the golden haze, every sparkle a memory, every tear a victory. Text fades onto the screen in soft white letters. From the streets, to a legend. The music swells, the same melody he played moments ago, now distant and eternal. Fade to black. Only the echo of cheers remains, a dream fulfilled, a destiny written in gold.